Hello students, this is Rituparna Sahu, lecturer in Mechanical Engineering from Bose, Cuttack. In the previous lecture, we have already discussed about the construction and working of Porter governor, Proel governor, Hartnell governor, and also we have done some numericals. So, in today's class, we will proceed further, that is towards what is sensitivity, what is stability, and what is isochronism of a governor. Okay, so let us start with what is sensitiveness of a governor. So, basically what is the meaning of sensitivity? So, we know that the function of governor is to control the mean speed of the engine. So, what is the sensitivity of governor? When the speed is changing in a very small level or minute change in speed, what is the response of governor? Or the response of governor due to the slight change in speed is known as the sensitiveness of the governor. So, how to recognize the sensitivity of the governor? For that, let us consider two governor, that is governor, suppose that is your governor A and governor B. Consider two governors, that is governor A and governor B. Suppose consider both governor A and B both are running at same speed, both are running at same speed. Okay. So, I told you that sensitivity of governor is the response of governor towards the change in speed. Suppose we increase or decrease the speed of governor A and B with certain amount. So, let the speed of governor A and B initially is 50 rpm and let us increase the speed to, this is your final speed, and suppose the final speed is 60 rpm. So, initially A and B have speed 50 rpm and after some time when we change the speed, the final speed is 60 rpm. So, if we are changing the speed, then we can see there is lift in the sleeve of governor A and B. If the lift of sleeve of governor A is more than lift of sleeve of governor B, that means governor A is more sensitive than governor B. So, from the sleeve lift or from the lifting of sleeve, we can recognize which governor is more sensitive. Okay? That means greater the lift of sleeve corresponding to a given fractional change in speed, greater is the sensitiveness of the governor. So, mathematically sensitiveness can be defined as the ratio of fluctuation of speed to the mean speed. So, what is fluctuation of speed? That is the difference between the maximum equilibrium speed and minimum equilibrium speed. Suppose this N1 is your maximum equilibrium speed and this N2 is your minimum equilibrium speed. So, fluctuation is the difference between maximum equilibrium speed and minimum equilibrium speed, that is difference between N1 and N2 to the mean speed. So, this is the mathematical expression for the sensitivity of governor, that is it is the ratio of difference between the maximum equilibrium speed and minimum equilibrium speed to the mean speed. So, what is mean speed? Mean speed equals to N1 plus N2 divided by 2. So, if we are putting the value of N as N1 plus N2 divided by 2, then the final value of sensitiveness of governor will be 2 into N2 minus N1 divided by N1 plus N2. So, this is the mathematical expression for the sensitiveness of governor. This is all about sensitivity of governor. Let us move towards stability of governor. So, when we can say a governor is stable, We can say governor is stable when for every speed within the working range there is a definite configuration. What does it means? That means there is only one radius of rotation for which the governor is at the equilibrium speed, or for there is only one radius of rotation for which the governor is in equilibrium. So, in case of a stable governor, when your radius of rotation is increasing, the equilibrium speed also increases. But in case of unstable governor, the radius of rotation decreases with decrease in the equilibrium speed. So, this is the stability of the governor. Now, come to another important concept, that is what is isochronism. A governor is, in case of governor, the isochronism is, or we can say a governor is isochronous when the equilibrium speed is constant for all the radius of rotation. Then we can say a governor is isochronous. But this isochronism concept is not practical, because if there is certain change in the position of the sleeve, or if the sleeve is moving from one extreme position to another, immediately there is change in the speed. So, this concept is not practical. So, this is all about your sensitivity of governor, stability of governor and isochronism of governor. So, next we will discuss another important concept, that is flywheel. So, before going into flywheel, first of all we will discuss what is flywheel, what is the function of flywheel. So, let us start what is flywheel. So, flywheel is the reservoir which acts as the storage of energy. It stores energy when the supply of energy is more than the requirement, and it releases energy when the requirement is more than the supply. Where the flywheel, or where is the application of flywheel? So, flywheel is used in case of steam engines, internal combustion engines, reciprocating compressor and pumps. In these machines, the energy is produced in only one stroke, and there is no energy production in other strokes. So, flywheel stores the energy that is produced during the single stroke and supply that energy when there is requirement of energy. So, let us consider a 4-stroke IC engine. So, we know that in 4-stroke IC engine there are 4 strokes are there, that is your suction, compression, power stroke and exhaust stroke. So, the strokes are suction, compression, expansion or power, and last one is your exhaust stroke. So, the energy is produced only during this expansion or power stroke. In suction, compression and exhaust stroke, there is no energy production. So, what flywheel does? Flywheel will store the energy that is produced in the power stroke, and it will release the energy in case of other strokes to complete the cycle. So, flywheel absorbs the energy, its speed will increases, and when it releases energy, the speed will decrease. Hence, the flywheel does not maintain a constant speed, it only helps in reducing the fluctuation of speed due to the fluctuation of the turning moment in each cycle of the operation. Now, come to the comparison between flywheel and governor. So, we have taken certain parameters for the comparison between flywheel and governor. The parameters are, first one is what is the definition of flywheel and governor. Next, what is the function of flywheel and what is the function of governor. What is the difference considering to weight, what is the difference considering moment of inertia, what is the difference considering the energy storage, and next parameter is your classification, next one is application. So, first come to the definition of flywheel and definition of governor. So, in just previous slide we discussed that flywheel is the device which is used to store the energy and it reduces the fluctuation of speed due to the fluctuation of turning moment. And what is governor? Governor is the device which is used to maintain the mean speed of the engine due to the variation of load. Next factor is the function. Flywheel is used to store the energy when the supply of energy is more than the requirement, and governor is used to maintain the mean speed of the engine by regulating the fuel supply. Next come to the weight. Flywheel is a heavyweight machine component while governor is the lightweight machine component. Next factor is the moment of inertia. Since the mass of the rotating wheel of flywheel is more as compared to governor, so moment of inertia of flywheel is more and governor has less moment of inertia as compared to flywheel. Next factor or next factor is energy storage. So, flywheel is an energy storage device, but governor is not an energy storing device. Next, classification. Flywheel is of different types like rim type flywheel, disc type flywheel, and governor is of different types like centrifugal type governor, inertia type governor. Next come to the application. So, flywheel is used in case of IC engine, of automobiles, punching press, rolling mills, and governor is used in turbines and generators. Next come to another important concept, that is coefficient of fluctuation of speed. So, coefficient of fluctuation of speed is defined as the ratio of the difference between the maximum and minimum equilibrium speed to the mean speed. So, what is coefficient of fluctuation of speed? So, the coefficient of fluctuation of speed Cs equals to difference between maximum speed and minimum speed to the mean speed. So, let us consider N1 is our maximum speed, N2 is the minimum speed. So, what is the difference? Difference is N1 minus N2. What is N? N is our mean speed, that is equals to N1 plus N2 divided by 2. So, coefficient of fluctuation of speed equals to difference between maximum speed and minimum speed to the mean speed, or in place of mean speed we can write N1 plus N2 divided by 2. So, this is equals to 2 into N1 minus N2 divided by N1 plus N2. Now come to what is the value of energy stored in the flywheel. So, the energy stored in the flywheel or the kinetic energy stored in the flywheel equals to, we can write the mean kinetic energy, that is E equals to half into I omega square. So, what is this I? I is your mass moment of inertia of the flywheel about the axis of rotation. And what is this omega? omega is the mean speed or the mean angular speed during the cycle. So, in place of this I, we can write this is equals to half into m k square into omega square, because I equals to m k square. So, what is this m? M is the mass of the flywheel, and what is k? K is the radius of gyration of the flywheel. Okay. So, the energy stored in the flywheel equals to half into m k square into omega square. Let us discuss about another concept, that is the maximum fluctuation of energy. So, maximum fluctuation of energy is the difference between the maximum kinetic energy and minimum kinetic energy. So, what is the value of maximum kinetic energy? This is half into I into omega square if omega 1 is the maximum angular speed. And what is the value of minimum kinetic energy? This is equals to half into I omega 2 square. This omega 2 is the minimum angular speed. So, from this half into I omega 1 square minus half into I omega 2 square, we can take half I common and we can write this equals to half into I into omega 1 square minus omega 2 square. Now, breaking omega 1 square minus omega 2 square equals to omega 1 plus omega 2 into omega 1 minus omega 2. So, we can write this as I into omega 1 minus omega 2. So, what is this omega? This is your mean angular speed. So, we know that mean angular speed equals to omega 1 plus omega 2 divided by 2. So, this is equals to half I into omega 1 minus omega 2. Now, solving this, we can get the value of maximum fluctuation energy as I into omega square Cs. So, what is this Cs? Cs is nothing but the coefficient of fluctuation of speed. So, from this is the value of coefficient of fluctuation of speed, that is maximum difference ratio of difference between the maximum angular speed to the minimum angular speed to the mean speed. So, with this the energy stored in the flywheel is also over, and with this our chapter governor along with flywheel is completed. Thank you.